Well, hello everyone. And yeah, what a beautiful introduction. And I just want to set into the space the intention of becoming present and opening up our hearts to receive all of the beautiful wisdom, guidance that wishes to be shared in this moment of presence. And so just taking a moment to close your eyes and just taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Amazing. The ultimate star beings. So as I've been tuning into this and was asking my guides what would be the most potent, empowering, impactful experience to have, and they shared with me to go of the past and how I started to connect with the different galactic races and star beings. And it has been such an incredible journey, deepening the relationships with our multidimensional selves, our higher selves, and also our galactic star family. And I've had so many clients over the years always ask me, like, where am I from? Where are my galactic star origins? And we may have more of a connection to a particular star constellation and a particular race of beings. But what I have always been shown by these different star races is that we've had experiences in all the different constellations. You know, when we date ourselves back to the pure divine expansion of source, we've had so many different incarnations in many, many different realms and dimensions, and we continue to have those experiences in this power of now. So part of shifting our consciousness and awareness from third dimensional to fifth dimension and beyond is we start to unlock and have access to this multidimensional version of ourselves. And then it starts to get really, really, really interesting. So many, many years ago, I retrained from catering and hospitality into massage therapy. And this was part of the transition of my old third dimensional personality of self, of who I knew myself to be. And as I was going through my spiritual awakening, I was retraining and learning a lot of different healing modalities, such as massage therapy, reflexology, Reiki, Shambhala, energy healing, multidimensional healing, and so on and so forth. And one day I was massaging a client in a spa, and I was massaging his scalp. And with my eye, I could see these blue beings around the bed. And I'd never seen beings before. I'd started to connect with what you would know as angels and guides and my higher self and ancestors and elders, elementals. So more kind of grounded and rooted frequencies. I hadn't experienced these galactic beings until that moment. And they said to me that I needed to work with the client's crown to start to unblock the energy, because that was what was causing the issues in the body. And for a start, this was my first telepathic experience with such beings. And so for one, I'm kind of in this massage spa setting, suddenly having this telepathic experience, but then also very physically, visibly seeing these beings. And so I remember just holding this client's scalp, and this tone of sound activation wanted to come through my throat. I mean, bear in mind, this person is booked in for a spa massage, not a DNA quantum upgrade. And so I kind of did a very light little tone. And what I saw were these just beautiful patterns of pure divine consciousness flowing through this person. And so fast forward, that continued to happen. And as I continued to massage different clients, different beings would come in and have different messages to come through. So eventually I had to transition from massage therapy because my touch was so powerfully intentional that I was receiving so much information coming through, and started to deepen this relationship with the star beings, particularly when I was doing reflexology. What would quite often happen is I would be touching somebody's feet, and I would close my eyes and I would be in the zone of working through the zones and pathways. And then suddenly I'd open my eyes and we would be on this holographic spaceship. And I would see these light encoded kind of machinery, but it was like holographic. And it would start to shoot these different laser beams of light encoded information into the client. And these star beings, I used to call them the blue beings, many different beings that come in, were all around the client. And when I started working with clients that were also spiritually attuned and awake, they started to have the same visions and experiences that I was having before I was telling them what was happening. So for me, it was also confirmation, because I feel sometimes when we start to open up beyond the realms of conscious thought, of what we know this physical reality to be, it can feel quite interesting unless we are meeting more people having these similar experiences. And as we all know, we're all here together now for this purpose of knowing and understanding and awareness. But back then, there was just me. And so fast forward, it's so amazing now to know that I'm not alone, and that many of us all around the globe have been having many multidimensional visitations. We've been having many experiences of stepping out of time space. We've been having many experiences of collapsing timelines and astral traveling, and many experiences of landing on spaceships. So that was some other experiences I've had when I was going through the initial stages of my awakening. I remember sitting in a chair once and I felt very tired and I closed my eyes. And then I woke up on a white bed, almost like a hospital room, but I looked out the window and I could see the earth. And this woman with very tall ears looked at me. She had very long blonde hair and she kind of jumped out a bit and thought, "Oh, you're not meant to be here yet. You need to leave." And I was like, I didn't even know how I got here. But I was physically there on that ship. So fast forward over the years, many experiences with different star beings. And as I developed my channeling and telepathic abilities, I've been able to have much deeper relationships with the different star families. And as such, what's come through over the years is different forms of toning, different forms of light language, and different forms of activations for my own cellular remembering. And then also when I'm working with my clients, reminding them how to do that for themselves. So it's been a ride, and I'm sure many of you all have these incredibly unexplainable, phenomenal experiences in your life. And I'm so pleased to be seeing that on the planet now, that disclosure is starting to happen. And those of us that have perhaps kept more of these experiences in the background for, years ago, are now feeling more freer to start talking about this with more people. The conversation more and more day to day with the general public, there is more of an opening to talking about different alien races and star beings and multidimensionality and consciousness, because we are seeing this collective shift that's happening, and each and every one of us is so incredibly important to be anchoring in the field of light through the heart consciousness, through unconditional love. And so, I feel that many different advanced races are future versions of us that have come to help us in this stage of awakening at the moment. And physically, what we are seeing is some of the technology is going to start getting released into the planet. And, sometimes we can look at the physical reality, this third dimensional consciousness, that it's not happening or it's not happening fast enough. So we have to remind ourselves that things happen non-linearly in a multidimensional capacity. And as we shift out of time space, as we shift into that heart consciousness and into the fifth dimensional frequencies and beyond, through expanding our own awareness of self, through our connection to people, places, and things in love and in gratitude and in joy, we will start to actually see that this higher timeline is manifesting into physical fruition, but it might just not be happening in our linear awareness of time, right? And it's much the same when we are wanting to manifest something. There's always a different journey that may have to take place before that physical manifestation. And sometimes that physical manifestation might not be our highest alignment and desire, and so it gets moved out of the field. And I just feel so many different beings all around us coming in to support us and help us on this journey. And this is something that I am constantly reminded of, and I'm reminded to remind us all, is asking for more support, remembering that we are a part of this collective consciousness and that we do have infinite support from many different versions of ourselves and our higher selves and all of these different galactic beings of light. And my invitation for us all is, as we remember this, is to start building upon and deepening these relationships to these galactic star beings through the opening of the heart, because the opening of the heart is what opens up that portal of consciousness. It what helps to open up our multidimensional toolkit, our telepathic abilities. It helps to open our third eye. And my guides are also reminding me to share with us that it is also a practice as well. You know, I see many clients that they're always slightly disheartened when they've tried to connect in. It doesn't happen straight away. And it doesn't. It is a practice of daily reminding ourselves that we are multidimensional, that we can drop in. And so that's why events such as this one are so amazingly, powerfully, impactfully important to come to, because it keeps us elevated state of consciousness. And what happens when we stay in an elevated state of consciousness for long enough, that starts to become our new known reality. And the reality of what we had known that is not of our highest serving, that is not of our highest conscious choosing, will start to dissolve and dissipate. So this 2024 linear timeline of space that we are having at this moment, that we are experiencing, the invitation is to continue consciously choosing that we are those co-creators, that we are those divine beings, that we are connected to infinite realms of information at all moments, at all times. And as we start to remember ourselves as that, that starts to become our new known. So I may talk in tongues and riddles and things, or repeat myself. And it's because when I'm talking, I'm bringing in information from the cosmos as well. So I would really love to guide us through a connection technique with our star beings. I feel them all like gathering around, almost like we're around a big campfire and there's marshmallows and hot chocolate. It's like that kind of like beautiful, childlike, playful energy, yet very powerful in our connection to the stars, to all of who we be. And so I feel that this will be a beautiful gift to the community and to help us get more into alignment. And I love doing these types of practices every day to remind us of the potential. Okay. So when you're ready, just closing your eyes and allow yourself to be super comfortable. So just tipping your chin ever so slightly in towards your chest, bringing your crown, the crown of your head, up towards the sky. And imagine that a string is kind of pulling your crown up ever so slightly. So you feel a lengthen your spine. And then just feeling where you are on your on your rooted axis. So see if you're a little bit far forward, or a little bit to the left or to the right or back. So just adjusting your root, little joystick, so you feel yourself fully centered. And maybe do some shoulder rolls, releasing any tension in the neck. And not kind of like sticking your chest out, but just finding that beautiful, soft, relaxed space. Chin in towards the chest ever so slightly, feeling the length in the back of your neck. Softening your gaze, softening your jaw. And bringing your internal awareness into your third eye. And feeling that connection to the cosmos. And feeling that connection to the Gaia, to the crystalline core of Gaia. So if you want, send a root of energy, of intention from the base of your spine, from your root chakra, all the way down into the crystalline core of Gaia, grounding and anchoring you into this space, this moment, this time, this presence. And focusing on your breath, breathing in through your nose for counts of 4 and breathing out through your nose for counts of 4. And if your mind starts to wander, just bringing it back to your breath. Observe the thought. Bring it back to the breath. And feeling that connection through your crown chakra to the cosmos, to the infinite source of energy that is you, within you, and all around you through time, space, all versions, connecting into your higher self. And setting the intention to call in your star family. Your star family, the multi-dimensional galactic beings of light that are here to serve and support you on your human incarnation at this time. And feel their presence of love surrounding you now. You may feel a tingling, you may feel heat, you may feel cold, you may feel emotion, you may feel nothing, but you may see something. See it, sense it, make it up, using your imagination. Invite in this beautiful, divine love consciousness of your star family. Whatever beings they may be, from all races, all versions. And we lovingly speak out of the field, all beings, all energies that are not here for the highest good to go home and evolve now. Show me. We call in the highest frequencies of light of all star family that are here for the highest available timeline. Focusing on your breath and using your breath as your guiding and activating tool. Bring your awareness fully here, into the heart, into your awareness of self, dissolving your version of who you were, and bringing your awareness into who you be as a divine, multidimensional being of light, fully activated in your divine human template now. And if you want, placing the palms of your hands up towards the sky, being open to receive any downloads, any light encoded information, messages, visuals, patterns from your star family. Feel all of this energy around you, within you. Feel that remembering of your connection to your divine truth, of who you came here to be. Feeling your consciousness raising, feeling your frequency expanding to meet your star family of light, that they are within you and in your field now as your aura is expanding, visualizing yourself taking up space, opening back up to who you be. Remembering your breath, being in observation of any thoughts and bringing yourself back to the present, back to your connection to your divine truth, to your divine knowing. And opening your mind's eye to see beyond, to see who you be as you are, as a divine being of light. Remembering your breath. Allow yourself to continue expanding beyond what you have known yourself to be before, taking up space, feeling yourself elevating, opening up, inviting in deeper the star family. And feeling all of the divine love, all of the divine wisdom and guidance surrounding you. Not needing to know all the answers, but setting the intention. What do you need support with? What are you remembering? What version needs to dissolve to be who you are stepping into now and letting that go home and evolve? You may feel a brightness of light, visualizing golden light in your third eye, golden energy running through your energy centers and every single cell of your being. As we bring into the awareness, 3-dimensional consciousness, 4th-dimensional consciousness, 5th-dimensional consciousness, 6th-dimensional consciousness, 7th-dimensional consciousness, 8th-dimensional consciousness, 9th-dimensional consciousness, 10th-dimensional consciousness, 11th-dimensional consciousness, 12th-dimensional consciousness, and breathing in you, holding that breath, and breathing out. Allow yourself to remain here. Stay in the field, stay present, stay in connection to your divine truth, to your star family, to your higher self. Allowing yourself to receive more of you, more light, more energy, more breath, more prana, more of your allowance. This is how you create your connection to your divine print, is to allow more of who you are, allow more of who you be. And as you allow yourself to call yourself into presence now, I am the divine presence of light. And speaking these words out into the universe, I am the divine presence of light. I am the divine presence of love. I am the divine presence of gratitude. I am the divine presence of joy. Continue to using your breath, breathing in that beautiful golden light frequency, that prana, that life force, reawakening, reactivating, remembering your truth at a cellular, atomic, and subatomic level. And as we bring you this message of light, we come to you as the Star Council of Light. And it is our pleasure to bring to you a message of joy and love. We understand that it is a continued journey of remembering your truth and remembering how to connect to your expanded self as a divine human being and your galactic version. And we remind you to start using this time space that you come into presence with, the frequency of star families, to allow yourself to go beyond your edges of what you have been comfortable before. When you feel that you need to move your body, or that you need to move your hands, or that you need to open up your throat chakra, for there is activation in allowing your body to feel the multi-dimensional aspect of you. And it is to allow yourself to be more embodied in your physical capacity as your multi-dimensional self. And this is how you start to understand yourself living multi-dimensionally and allowing yourself to activate your telepathic capacities to bring through the versions of you that are here to support you in the physical incarnation of where your consciousness is at. But we remind you that your consciousness also resides on many different planes of existence and versions of realities. And it is through your breath and your practicing of connecting to divine presence within your open heart portals that you will be very accustomed to connecting in very often. And we ask you, reminding, to play more with the different energies, for it will not feel normal to your human to make some of the noises that you will be guided to make, or some of the movements that your body is learning to work with. For this is part of the upgrades of what you have the capacity to expand. For it is already who you are. So just take a deep breath in. And holding that breath all the way up to the third eye and the crown, hold the breath. Breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in. Holding that breath up into the third eye and the crown. Take one more sip in. Hold. Breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 4. Breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 4. Returning your breath to normal and just sitting in the peace and stillness of you. Feeling the divine presence of you. Of who you are. And in this space of connection, of innocence, of unconditional love, setting an intention of how you wish to continue expanding into this truth of you and your connection to your star family. And as you feel yourself as light, anchoring this light now all the way down through your body, and down into the crystalline grid, and imagining your light anchoring through the crystalline grid of 5th dimensional consciousness of Gaia, into all of the Gaia portals, lighting up, feeling all of our energies expanding all the way around the world, and sending all of this love light frequency into the earth for all beings everywhere. And all the way down into the crystalline core of Gaia. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then rubbing your hands together to create some heat. Just placing them over your eyes, feeling the heat. And then just slowly, gently opening your eyes and greeting the light, greeting the day. If you want, just bringing your arms overhead, taking some stretches. We just went straight into it. I had this whole thing planned, and I was laughing with Neil before that. It just, my guides always come in, they're like, you're not doing that. We're doing this. I'm like, oh, okay. Just seeing how everyone is feeling. If anyone wants to use the chat that is on live to share. I feel incredibly expanded yet grounded, and I really just love working with our Stan family in this way, because I find that they are always helping us to anchor this in to the physical body, anchoring this into the physical reality, helping it to make sense for the human in us, but beyond logic, so that we can feel it, so that we can feel the energy, we can feel the divine presence, we can feel the love. And whenever we are expanding in this way, it is dissolving and collapsing timelines that are holding us back in outdated soul karmic contracts that is not serving us and the collective frequencies and consciousnesses. And it is always a beautiful, beautiful reminder that we are all one, that we are all connected, that we have so much support around us all the time.